tragedy happened 4 days ago at this dam of Dingle, Iloilo, Philippines. 6 children or minors, residents of Tinacuan, Dingle, Iloilo, decided to go swimming. It was after Fiesta Day of their barangay, December 29, 2025, and they left their homes. They went to Barangay Licuan, Dingle, where there is a swimming pool or resort. Unfortunately, this resort was closed during that day. And this is the resort where they plan to swim and spend their time. But since this resort was closed, even though how tempting to swim in this pool, they went on their way to MOROBORO Swimming Pool Resort, but they passed first. At the MOROBORO Dam or Jalor River Irrigation Dam. This is the MOROBORO Dam where the tragedy happened. And that's the MOROBORO Spring Resort where they plan to go, second option. These children, possibly without the consent or permission of their parents, went on their way. Or maybe their parents allowed them, but they did not expect them to pass on this dangerous spot. But during the time they came here, waters at the center gates of the dam were not as turbulent as these. A lot lesser weaker current, but these floorings of the dam are very slippery. And these children or minors were not well trained in swimming. They never knew how dangerous it was. If they had with them adults as companies, to guide them, warn or rescue them, tragedy might have never happened. But danger is a stalker, especially they were all minors. And minors are children with less understanding and capabilities than adults. And still they went on their way daredevilishly. Because children without parental guidance are adventurous and reckless. Some children are obedient to warnings of their parents while others aren't. According to information, 13 incidents of drowning happened here. And usually, minors who are not well trained in swimming and not well experienced were victims. But according to some, they suggested barangay officials to have a tenant or police or guards to prohibit minors from roaming in these dangerous spots. Nasa huli and pagsisi, remorse is at the end when tragedy or misfortune happens. So back to our story, these 6 children went down this dam and passed through slippery and watery ways, some with strong currents, others with less currents. When they arrived at the front of the dam in front of the 12 gates, one of them slipped off from the slippery floor of the dam. Water current carried him and even bumped him on the concrete in front of the dam, and he went to the deeper parts in front of the dam, but still struggling to swim. When his 5 other companions saw what happened to him, 3 of them also jumped and swam towards him, trying to rescue him. One of them stated, "Bahala na napatay basta masalbar ko lang si pakas, whatever will happen, I will save my cousin." And the 2 hold on to their cousin, and they were unable to swim, and they together drowned, while only one of them decided to swim offshore, and saved himself, but according to another informant, a deputized of LTO saved the one alive and other rescuers, like firemen, armies, swimmers, local anglers. Tanids also participated in the search and rescue operation. When the 3 or 4 of the miners were still struggling in the waters, a fisherman or angler was present around, but he was not able to rescue them since he is not capable of swimming himself. So afraid of being drowned with the children, he called for help and rescuers arrived, anglers, fishermen, armies, deputized, firemen, locals, etc. The 3 children or miners struggled in the waters for 1 hour. Then they drowned according to an informant. They arrived 12 noon and tragedy happened. The 2 were drowned and found by rescuers 8 p.m. in the evening, and search and rescue operation continued the next day, and the last one was found 6 to 7 a.m. the next morning. A lot of people were watching and it was full of pity. They mourned and witnessed the sentiment of the bereaved families. This is not a place for minors or children. This place is very slippery and current will take them to the deeps. Children must be prohibited from roaming around these places. This dam is used for irrigation purposes, in order for farmers to be able to raise crops 3 times a year, and also to control flooding. Anglers and fishermen also benefit in these waters. During the incident or tragedy, the waters are not as turbulent or raging as these, and the waters are clear and green, not murky. It rained last 2 days. That's why the volume of waters increased, and it looks like coffee with milk now. The 12 gates of the dam at this time are open, and waters rush in rage. Algae grow and thrive on these floorings of the dam, and muds are also round. That's why the dam is slippery. families are now waiting. Their loved ones will be released and brought home later today around 3 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. From this La Pastora funeral homes, and after 3 to 4 p.m., those bereaved families will be mourning for their loved ones. This funeral home is just a walking distance from the plaza of Dingle, Iloilo, Philippines. So that was the update about the tragedy that happened here at Dingle, Iloilo, Philippines at MOROBORO Dam. Warning must be given to everyone so that something like this will never happen again.